Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn how do we sync our code that we write in Android Studio for any of our apps to like a Git repository online. The one that I will be using for my example is bitbucket.org. I love it because it's free. It's unlimited. Have as many repositories as you want, and just me, so it doesn't matter how many users, and code space up to 1 gig. Yes, about 1 gig. So first thing that we're going to go is I'm going to go to bitbucket.org, and then I'm going to create a new repository. So let's call it my test Android repo to save whatever I want here. Then I don't want any forks. This is a private repository. Add issue tracking. Then I do Java. Then I do create repository. Now I need to add some code. Now I'm not going to add directly code over here. What I'm going to do is go ahead and start my Android repository studio. Okay, the first thing before I start Android Studio is I need to go to JetBrains website to download the Bitbucket plugin that goes with the Android Studio. Now I have already downloaded that. I'm going to show you how to install that in Android Studio. I go into configure, plugins, and you can see that I have it installed, but if you don't, you go to install, and I go to my downloads folder. Let me show that. Copy that and paste it here. I go to my downloads folder and I pick Bitbucket and the zip file itself, and that's going to import it here. You hit apply and it'll say it wants to restart Android Studio. So we're just going to hit OK. We're going to go back. We're going to start a new project. I'm going to start a new project in this directory here. Call it example my application, and Android's going to start a new project for us. It's just going to be a few seconds when Android builds up its project. So in a normal situation, as the project comes up, you have your main activity. You can write any code you want. Usually what I would do is before I even start anything, I would go ahead and add Git to this folder. So as compilation was successful, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and go to VCS, import to version control. I'm doing this only the first time because I've never done this. I do a create Git repository, and I do that for my application. Let me go back. Yeah, I do that for my application project. I click OK. Now for Windows, the Git program that I use is Git Bash. So that one's an easy one to use. You can use anything that you like. I'm gonna go to my tutorials and I'm gonna see all the projects I have. I go to my application projects. I do a git status. See, as this git was just added, but none of these files have been synced, so I do go ahead and do a git add period, so it adds all the files. This is just a function that that the line ending in my original, I didn't end up in the final, but that is okay. Now I do git commit my first commit, whatever you want to name it, that's your message, and you do a commit. Now what I want to do is we have Git installed in this directory. So as you can see, there is a green check mark here, but what we really need to do is I have an existing project that I want to push up here. So I'm starting from scratch, so I go and do this and paste it into Git Bash. That's done. Make me do a git status again. Then I do a git push, everything that's untracked from the origin to the master online. It's going to ask me what's my password for the bitbucket.org, and then I give it my password, and it should go ahead and write all the yes, as you can see, master from the local has been pushed into the master on the Git bucket. Now if I refresh my bitbucket.org window here, I go to my commits window, I see that I should see my first commit. There you go. That was my message. Perfect. Now, how do I make sure that it worked, and how do I pull the next time that I want to pull here? So I'm going to go to my tutorials folder, and I'm going to delete the code that I have. Okay. Actually, let me close all the files then. Okay. Okay, there you go. So I have no folder here. Now I open Android Studio again. Okay. Now, what do? Now I want to check out from version control. Now, since I have the plugin already installed, it shows me checkout from Bitbucket. Perfect. Now from Bitbucket, it pulls out all the repositories that I have. I do other programming fun stuff, so it has everything. I do my test Android repo. That's the one we did, and this is the directory that we are going to pull it to. And I hit OK. Would I like to open it? Yes, I would like to open it. And what I would do for you guys is I'm going to compile the program and show you that it compiled successfully. So it would mean that all the files did get transferred back from Git successfully. Compilation successful, as you can see over here. And that was our video showing how do we sync our code with a Git repository, right? Bitbucket.org. The process is very, very similar for any other repositories like GitHub or actually anything else. Hope that was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks a lot.